Well, Stadia just announced 2 brand new games, and I think these games are dang good. Thumbs up for the algorithm, and let's just dive straight into it. Let's start with the game that I think most of you might be most familiar with. That is Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach, and this is a whopper of a game. If you guys aren't familiar with the franchise, they have been massive hits throughout the years. They are always big-time game sellers every time they make a new Five Nights at Freddy's, and this franchise is all about horror and jump scares. Ironically, Stadia in their press release today put it's family-friendly survival horror game, and I kind of disagree. Don't put your kids through this, as they could easily have nightmares. It's not really gruesome or anything, but there's definitely a fine line. As for the game specifically though, the games have been a massive hit since they launched, and this one specifically, since it launched last year, currently sits with over 32,000 very positive user reviews. It launched late last year, so it's very well loved, and a big part of that is because big YouTubers always play these games, and they just are massive hits in that regard. Here you play as Greg, a young boy trapped overnight at Freddy's Pizzaplex, and of course the goal is to survive and learn the secrets of this pizza palace. Now, to me, the gameplay looks insanely fun, guys. I am super excited to play this one. I think it's gonna make a great video. When I do, I will 100% be covering this, and like I said, the game looks hilarious and fun, and yeah, it's gonna be very jump scary and very unique, but it's a great title for Stadia, and I'm glad they ended up getting this one. Now, the next game revealed today was a super pleasant surprise in Death Run TV. I've actually been following the development of this title for quite a few months. It's one of my most anticipated roguelike titles coming out this year, so it's a completely brand new game, not released anywhere else, and it's at the top of my list of indie games to look forward to, or one of the games at the top of my list to look forward to this year. So for it to be announced for Stadia has me pretty hyped, because I didn't think I was going to play it here on Stadia. Now, the game draws heavy inspirations from a game like Enter the Gungeon, so I want you to really think of that game when you're looking at the gameplay of this one. It's a hardcore roguelike twin-stick shooter set in a game show, and it's the craziest game show because social media likes are going to play a big part in your gameplay, and it's going to be what's judging you on your performance as you try to stay alive and, well, as you try to survive. The boss fights for this look insanely fun. The levels look super chaotic. The one thing though that does throw me off slightly is the game is set to have really high Twitch integration for streamers who can affect what's happening in your game. I wonder if that's still going to be implemented for the Stadia version, and if there's going to be by any chance any YouTube streaming integration instead. I'd love to see that. I have my doubts that there will be though, but trust me when I say, guys, this is a game to watch for, and both of these games are very solid titles headed to Stadia. Super happy about these announcements. I know lately we haven't heard about big AAA games, but these titles have been great gets for the platform, mixed with announcements from Team 17 with games like Golf with Your Friends and Overcooked, and then you have City Skylines, plus now these 2 games that are set to come soon according to Stadia. There's really some decent games on the plate for me that I'm looking forward to. Of course, I'm not saying I don't want to see bigger games. Hopefully those announcements will be coming down the pipeline here soon, but personally I'm very happy with these games coming to Stadia. I'll be covering them, so watch for that. With that, guys, click the video on the top left if you want to hear more about the latest Stadia news.